I called you a couple nights ago. I said, Will, I got an opportunity. I was invited to play some pickup basketball.
Ooh,
And you said, don't do it. And I said, yeah,
don't do it, bro.
you're probably right. You're probably right. I shouldn't do it. Well, I didn't listen to you. I went out and played. I went and hooped.
What is hurting? Is anything hurting right now?
Everything. Look, Will,
I don't
I
care.
got the whole Stamina Pro patch.
Oh
over
Lord,
here.
you got tape.
I'm
That's
patched
crazy.
up.
Welcome everyone to Beyond the Fairway. I am Will Lowery, and I am with the ultimate dick, Douglas Smith. And the reason I say that because he has bestowed a name upon me that I haven't quite shaken yet. Usually he says some corny jokes. It takes probably 2 or 3 days, and everybody wear off. Everybody forgets it. But this time, it has stuck. I am Will Lowery, aka Two Dreads, and I have adopted it and I've taken it in and I receive it. So welcome to William Douglas Dick Smith over there because got Cedric Entertainer laughing and cracking up. Yeah, I haven't forgiven you on that one as of yet. Every time I look at myself,
no, it's fine.
every time I look at myself in the mirror, I think of your face and the two dreads that I have just barely hanging on. So I appreciate that, Douglas Smith. I appreciate that.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned it, Will. I almost wanted to apologize, but I was never gonna do it because I was like, damn, that's probably gonna stick too. Two dreads.
Yeah,
that's probably gonna.
And what made it worse is that the hearty laugh that Cedric the Entertainer gave, it really coast. I mean, he laughed like he was the uncle at a cookout or sitting on his lazy boy, and the way that his whole body moved in sequence of the joke, it pretty much yeah, I'm AKA Two Dreads. So
Let me tell you something.
I'm not a funny
person. I'm not a funny person, but the fact that I made Cedric belly laugh and grab it in here, and then his chain swung, and when when his chain swung is when I felt like when it was real. But I apologize, Deuce. You know what I'm saying? But look, Beyond the Fairway, we back in this thing. Interesting week in golf. Well, we had U.S. Amateur, we had FedEx St. Jude, Live Golf.
St. Jude.
There's a lot going on, and let's first start. I know coming down the stretch, you had Ballester and Kent coming down the stretch, and these two young men, Kent down 4 after that first 18-hole match, got it all the way back to down 1 with like 3 to play. Now, Will, I'm gonna say this to you. I've watched a lot of golf. You have too.
Yeah.
That was one of the most exciting chases of a golf tournament I've ever seen. The USAM there in match play, and then it left me thinking like, dog, I think I'm fiending for more match play, especially like on the PGA Tour. Like the way these boys was literally duking it out, like because the U.S. Amateur was so dope in the match play, it's leaving me thinking that the PGA Tour needs to have more than a half a tournament that's match play. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because matter of fact, the Dale match play is gone anyway, so I don't even know what we do. Let's play Stableford. No, I don't want to play Stableford. I want to see a damn match play event on the tour. But it was the head-to-head that got me.
Yeah, but that kind of goes back to the discussion. We're kind of skipping the lines, but I don't mind skip a little bit. But that kind of goes back to the discussion of the FedEx Cup discussion when it comes to, is a season-long points race really a season-long points race, right? And what I mean by that is that the season-long points race pretty much comes down to one event. It just comes down to one event, right? Yes, it's cool that, they're playing for $25 million. I guess it's cool, But, playing all season and you have a 2-shot lead on a staggered stroke play format. I don't know if that's getting the fans excited, right? Not for me.
Well, let me dissect this real quick. Because I feel like you're making 2 points, and I'm a little confused because your first point was is the season long race viable, right? And one, I think it is. I don't know if I love how they've cut the players off. It used to be top 125, and then now it's top 70 make it to the playoffs. I don't appreciate that, especially for the guys I mean, if you're 71st, 78th, like what the like I had a good season. Like there's only 78 players, or say you're 80th. There's only 79 players in this whole freaking world that's better than me, and you tell me my season's over after Raleigh. So it's like
Yes,
if
yes.
you're 80th and you get to the Wyndham, it's a wrap. So that's the first point I hear you making. Like, is that viable? I do like how it's cut down, but I want to just make the numbers round. Give me 100 instead of 70. That's all
I
I'm
think
saying.
I think
Let people
I
play their
think it's
way in.
I think it's whack the way they're doing it, right? And I
Well,
say that
that's the
because
second point you're trying to make, right? Is the
yeah,
is the staggered system after you get when you get to the top 30. That's dumb as
yes.
that's dumb as hell. Like I
That
don't.
is I mean you can work all season to get to that final event. Let's say for example, Roy McIlroy injured himself going into the final event at East Lake.
Don't
He
speak
won't be
that
able to
into
play.
existence.
I'm not saying, but he'll finish 30th, and the season long points race for what? It leads to nothing, right? So in my opinion, the PGA Tour is soft, right? It's soft on the players, and the players and it's getting too soft on the fans. And I say that because
Whoa, that's
um
inflammatory. It's too soft.
it,
Okay,
it
I
is
gotta hear this. Come
it's
on.
getting soft, right? Uh whether those 70 players that get into the playoff, give me 2 weeks worth of match play, right? Let's get everybody at zero,
See,
and
match
you
play.
play for the big bonus money of 25 million or 100 million, however it is total in that damn final event at East Lake. So we have 2 weeks of match play. Now, what that means is everybody has a chance to understand the storylines. And I granted we got to make some great TV product, right? And I think of it. I kind of think of like NCAA. I'd love to see. I remember when Lehigh University took down Duke, right?
Lehigh beat Duke.
Now, right, but I think this also leaves us a category to where we can see if the 2-time winner of this year take down Scotty Scheffler. Let the if they don't win anything, I say this. Let me see how I can rephrase it without sounding too controversial.
Sound call. Give
I
me a
don't give
second.
it. But I'm saying I don't give a damn if you make it to the top 30 and you lose, quote unquote, and you still walking away with 10th place, still walking away with 1.7 mil. I don't care about that. But I would think from a fan perspective, I see these guys work their ass off to get to that top 70, to have a 2-week playoff, to have a 2-week match play. And if you lose in match play, just like NCAA, you go home. You go home with nothing. You made money over the course of the year, obviously,
Yeah, right.
from
Because you
playing in
there.
tournaments. You
Yeah.
there. So hey, let's make the pot big. And if you don't beat your man, you out. And we'll see you next year. Throw the deuces. Because I don't care from second place, you're making 12.5 mil, and all the way down to 10th place, you're making 1.7. I don't care about that dispersion. I don't. It doesn't mean anything to me. So 2 weeks of match play, winner takes all, no consolation money in there, and you play off at zero. And I just think
Well,
that'd be something.
here's the thing, right? When I look at the 30th placed player on the tour for the season as it relates to today, right? Today, as we're recording this, it's Sam Burns is in 30th, right? This
Mm-hmm.
is this is not FedEx Cup points. This is overall money for the season. This is the money list. Sam Burns has made $3.9 million in 19 events, and he's 30th. So to your point, Will, you've made almost $4 million. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like everybody from 30 down has made over $4 million. How about Scotty at $28 million this year? 28,148,691, and he's done that in 17 events. Ooh, that is. I don't know if
That's
Xander can
nasty.
really. Xander, I
It,
know you got
it,
2 majors, but geez, sheesh, I don't know,
but
bro.
but that, but that kind of goes to the point, Doug. The players are happy now with the money. That's good. I think the players are in a good place when it comes to the money.
I tell you what I
But
want to
let's
see. No, what I want to see, Will. To your point, I want to see those POY Player of the Year candidates. Let's let they ass
yes,
go play match play. Let's let Xander
yes.
and Scotty go 36 hole match play, and then winner take the Player of the Year. I'd pay to see that. That's pay per view right there for me.
It just this. I think again, and I'm not saying the season long points race is a bad thing, but I just think there has to be a lot more risk at the end of the year for, you say, the season-long points race. Season-long points race to get to the playoffs, and let's have it a real playoff. Winner takes all. And I think that it comes down to the point where you have the excitement of the fans, and you have some stake in the players. Because I mean, I not all of them, but I guarantee some players like, man, I'm still walk away with 10 mil, 5
Well,
mil, 4 mil. So
well, speaking of players that have walked away with $4 and $5 million, Will, there was a playoff on Live between Brooks and John Rahm, which is honestly, like, I almost tried to tune in for that. Like, I almost tried to tune in. Again, not because it's Live, because I want to see John Rahm and Brooks Koepka go head to head in a playoff. Brooks getting the best of John Rahm, but like, I'm hearing rumors, Will, about Rahm saying, or let me rephrase it. I'm hearing rumors that people feel like Rahm is kind of like over this Live stuff, man. Like, they're like, you know what? He didn't have the pool that he thought he'd have and taking views over there, and now he misses the panache, if you will, of the PGA Tour.
well, Doug, I can't lie to you, bro. I did not see a swing on Live. I was too busy watching the Big Three championship. I saw Gerald Green's team almost squander a double-digit lead over Michael Beasley through his company, and Ice Cube was ecstatic. I was ecstatic, and
I'm dead.
yes,
Screaming
so
out loud.
yes, that was my take on big golf outside of PGA Tour. So I can't tell you. I saw champagne being poured on Brooks. Dope, hell yeah. But I don't know what happened.
He
I
won a
mean,
playoff,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I think Smash won too.
But
But
see, Smash. I thought Smash was a big three. I'm glad you told me that. I was say you saw them too. All right. Anyway,
no, but that
but
also goes to show you though, Will. Like, we're over here talking about kind of remixing the FedEx Cup playoffs. Meanwhile, you've got players that have left to live, making bread, etc. But also kind of missing what the PGA Tour seems to have. And I'm
like
not taking no
competition.
Brandel Chambly take. I'm not pro. I'm not against either tour, but I
Me
am
neither.
saying that there is some stuff over here that's not over here with the
That
ERs.
is
Hard
true.
R.
That is true because I know, and we talked to John Rahm when he was on PGA Tour. We had many conversations with him and his caddy, and that dude's a competitor, and it kind of shows you, for all the young players out there, money ain't everything,
Yeah, money ain't
right?
always it.
Money ain't always the answer. Yes, you got some financial freedom, but if you love to compete, you love to fight, you love to get results from your hard work, see the results in real time from your hard work. I just don't think John Rahm is getting it. I just don't think he sees it. In winning a live event right now in his current status is not fulfilling to him. And
Well, he didn't win. Brooks
I
won.
hope. Well, exactly. That's probably why he lost because it's still not fully fulfilling to him. But
Wow.
but yeah. So if we, as we transition to the PGA Tour, um, one of the greatest literary poets of our time, Doug.
Uh oh.
Uh,
The hell are you talking about?
what one? Let me get there. One of the greatest literary poets of our time said that he led the league in 6 statistical categories: best flow, most consistent, realest stories, most charisma, most trends, and his interviews with the hottest. Well, this guy Hideki Matsuyama leads the league this week in 9 statistical categories: in proximity to the hole, total birdies, par 3 scoring, putting, scoring average, putting from inside 10 feet, and putting inside 4 feet, and birdies or better percentage. This is why this guy was victorious this week. And Doug, tell him what happened because I ain't see it.
Yeah, well, long story short, he went into the final round with a 5-shot lead and almost tricked it. I mean, at one point he was a shot back from the lead. He had to birdie the last 2 holes. One, he had to birdie the 16th hole, 17th hole, just to get back tied for the lead. Well, actually, technically, he took the lead on 16 or 17, and then he birdied 18 for no reason, and that's a tough hole there at TPC Southwind with the water around the corner. But look, here's the things. Matsuyama, and something that I'm trying to understand, Will, is like playing with a big lead. It's like you're almost in protect mode, but not everybody else is in chase mode. So Katz is out there like Xander shot 63 to push the bounds, right? And so now
Mm-hmm.
Matsuyama, who thought he was just gonna have to shoot even par and kind of dink it around and just play safe, he found himself in a situation where he had to decide how he was gonna manage, and found himself one down early in the back 9, but was able to come back. But leading in 9 categories is absolutely unheard of. Like, had he not won, been a problem. But at this time of the year, I'm not so much looking at winners. Well, look, yes, congratulations, Hideki Matsuyama. You kept both hands on the club for most of this
What are you
championship.
looking at? What are you looking at?
Well, because like you talked about, the drama. The drama's not at the top of the leaderboard. Drama's at the bottom of the leaderboard.
Absolutely.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, in the first playoff event, because now we got 20 cats that's got to get up out of here, right? And I appreciated the Sam Smith, Nick Dunlap battle. Look, Nick Dunlap is 20 years old. He's won twice on the PGA Tour, one as an amateur, then he won as a pro. He didn't get any FedEx Cup points for that first championship that he got. So the fact that he even played in the final pairing in this championship and pushed himself with a late start to the season all the way through to the BMW Championship, they're in Castle Pines in Denver next week, or this week we should say. That's an impressive storyline. A guy that's 20 years old playing another guy's 22 years old, and these guys are duking it out for that kind of 48 to 52 spot. Well, and Nick Dunlap got the best of Tom Kim, but I don't know if you saw Tom Kim's scorecard, Will.
I did not see Tom Kim's scorecard.
Finished at 51st, right? So he bounced himself out. My dog finished bogey, double. Played the last 3 holes of 5 over to find himself outside, bounced Keegan Bradley into that 50 spot. That's where the excitement was. Because now it's like, who's out? Who's in? I just don't like the numbers of people. Like, I think it should go 170 and then 30, or 158, something weird. But anyway, that's just me.
I mean, but that kind of goes back to the point, Doug, as I was saying before. That I don't want to say the season within a season, that we get to really see the true essence of these PGA Tour players, see the character, the fight these PGA Tour players in the John Deere and the Rocket Mortgage. You get to see the Davis Thompsons of the world. You get to see, that's my guy, David Thompson, right? But you get to see those guys
really. Kaufman back out there playing golf.
No, he's too busy taking jobs. But you see all these people out here, fighting and to get their name known in these tournaments, and then you see them finally show up at a big event. That's dope. And everybody kind of thought the Nick Dunlap thing was a fluke, but I'm glad, like you said, I'm glad to see that he finally showed up, and that right there makes the PGA Tour what it is. But I would say this though, Doug. I would say this.
Bring it on.
I think the PGA Tour has to really, and it's kind of going back to the situation with the playoffs. I think PGA Tour really has to pay attention either where there's some type of content to those players that you just mentioned. I don't say bottom third. I think that's a little
right. And that's the sad part. It's like you're considering them the bottom third, and they're still the best 50, 60, 80 players in the freaking world.
Right, exactly. That's the wrong thing saying that's wrong saying bottom third. Yeah, that's you bottom third of the top of your class. Are you crazy?
Yeah, you got an A-, dog.
Right, exactly. And when you see, it's just not impressive. I mean, yes, it's cool. We see Scottie Scheffler lead the PGA Tour with 6 victories in 2024. I mean, it's cool to also hear that you got 5 players that have multiple wins on the tour this season. Which one of the shocking ones to me is Robert McIntyre. I did not expect him to have multiple wins this year on the PGA Tour. But those are stories like the Rob McIntyre. They need to emphasize.
Here's the question: can you name where he won though?
Robert McIntyre won.
Don't look at the stat sheet.
I don't have the stat sheet in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
I'll give you a hint. He won 2 national opens. That's all I'm giving
you. He won Genesis.
Yep.
Scottish Genesis Open.
That's one.
Who won Farmer? Did he win Farmer?
I just gave you a hint that said he won 2
national
you said national
Opens. Is it Canada?
There you
Canadian?
go. That's it.
He won 2 national. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I said Farmers. I didn't hear that part. Okay.
That's what I'm like, hold on, Farmers, bro. No.
Yeah,
fact, you know who won Farmers. You've been bringing it up for 5 episodes. Matthew Pavon.
Yeah, exactly. And
you know
and I'm late on my insurance. That's why I'm thinking about Farmers. But yeah, so I mean that's dope. Speaking of coming off the conversation of season-long points race, we also have another conclusion of the season-long points race, which is the Curry Cup. The Underrated Golf Tour presented by KPMG is rounding out their season, the 2024 season in Paramus, New Jersey, September 2nd through the 4th at Ridgewood Country Club. This is
That's
pretty much.
that's a good track too.
It is. It is. It's pretty much the who's who is going to be there. This is pretty much like a tour championship. 24 boys and girls, 12 on the girls, 12 on the boys have played their way into earning the trophy, putting their name on the Curry jug. I don't know if we ever named that yet, but the Curry Cup.
I think it's called the Curry Cup, bro. Like, I mean,
it could be called. I don't know if we ever named it yet, but Curry Cup. But I think we should make it a little deeper than that. But anyway, it's about to be exciting next couple weeks, and I can't wait to see who reigned victorious.
All right, well, Will, it's time for me to get to my 19th hole discussion today.
Okay.
And 19th hole is kind of where I just pick a topic and kind of go off on it a little bit. Today's not going to be golf related. It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
What's up?
I called you a couple nights ago. I said, Will, I got an opportunity. I was invited to play some pickup basketball.
Ooh.
And you said, don't do it. And I said,
don't do it, bro.
You're probably right. You're probably right. I shouldn't do it. Well, I didn't listen to you. I went out and played. I went and hooped.
What is hurting? Is anything hurting right now?
Everything is Look, at whatever age I am, I will say that we all like to flash back to the ages of yesteryear. We like to think that we still can, even though we still can't. Sorry, a little Obama moment. But I will say, damn, it felt good to get up and down the court as much as I could. So,
yeah.
First of all right, so these cats won't play 15 ones and twos full court. I'm like, God, in what world? In what world? Ooh. In what world are we playing? The first game, though, Will, 21 ones and twos full court. I was cooked. So then everybody was tired. Second game.
Here's a quick question. How big was the court? Was it full size?
No, it's full size. We was in Lifetime Fitness. This segment brought to you by Lifetime Fitness.
Yeah.
And KPMG. So we was out there running, whatever. And so, I got to get those juices flowing. I saw some drives. I saw some left-handed finishes. I saw some threes go down. I saw some air balls that I had put up, trying to shoot off the dribble. That's not where I'm at no more. I ain't got that off the dribble. No. But hey, you get it to me and I can get it here. I'm good. I'm back. I ain't never lost.
You Jeff Hornacek out here.
Hey, with melanated. Got me melanated Hornacek out here.
You Jeffro Hornacek.
Buckets. Anyway, So here's the thing, right? We all like, when you play competitive golf or competitive sport and your time is up in that sport, it left me to believe like you kind of long for that ability to be competitive again. Now, I will say this. You told me not to go because you said, Doug, I can't have you getting hurt. Well, I should have listened because I'm out there playing with this little Big Sean wannabe looking ass dude. And this individual decided that at 25 years old, he was working for a scholarship. He was trying to get a scholarship at Lifetime Saturday Night Basketball. He thought Coach K and everybody was out there. This dude drove baseline, Will, on me. He went baseline with the right. I'm trying to run him out of bounds, right? So I'm D'ing him up. I'm sliding. Look, step, drag, heel, step, drag. I got it cracking. Look, run him to the baseline. This dude realizes I cut him off. Kind of a scrawnier dude. Hits me with a shoulder right up underneath my pectorals. And I'm like, oh, you little asshole. Now, what the young fella didn't understand is, 1, I'm from Kentucky. 2, basketball family. 3, I'm going to get your ass back. That's just...
Yeah.
So
tough.
I'm dribbling. I get back on offense. I call him out. I'm like, nah, you come over here, guard me.
Oh, Doug, you had a nerve to call somebody out?
No, I told him, come to the closet.
You got your
bro,
mind.
Look, caught the pass.
Calling somebody out.
Caught the pass. Brought it down. Ripped it through. He came inside to try to get it. Bah! Hit him in the neck. Back of his neck. And just went on past the ball. That's because these little young cats and Thundercats, they don't understand that we know how to play that open smash mouth Detroit Pistons in the 90s basketball. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Like, I had to teach a little homie a lesson. Like, you're not just going to shoulder me up underneath my chest.
Yeah.
Not get ain't no you're going to get some ramifications. So I swung it around.
That.
Bow! Hit that nigga.
So let me ask you a question, Doug.
Took his neck out.
Doug,
So I just had to get him back. Is that petty of me?
No, it's not petty. But I just want to make sure you didn't embarrass us 40-year-olds when you said 90s making reference to these 90s.
No,
I still kind
that's
of
when
find,
basketball was tough. That's what my
yeah,
point was.
yeah, okay, okay. I just want to make sure that because even though I still got to see you hoop, I still
It's fine.
find it. I still I believe that you may use the word pat still when reference to blocking the shot, and I'm scared that you
A
may be
what?
out there the word pat. You never. Well, maybe you ain't.
I don't
That
even
was
know what you're talking about.
well. That
You
was a big
showing your
word
age.
back in the '90s.
Now you showing your
That was a
age.
big word back. That was a big word back in the
Just
day. Pack.
saying.
I packed the shot. Maybe you didn't hoop like I did. Maybe you didn't. But I will say this though. I went out there. Underrated franchise also has basketball because Steph's a basketball player, obviously, and he had his camp in Davidson last week. I went out there and shot a total of 30 basketballs, and my knee hasn't felt the same since.
Man.
So my days of trying to show that I can hoop are over. I am done. You can
Look,
have it.
well,
I
I got
don't
I got
care.
the whole Stamina Pro patch
Oh
over
Lord,
here.
you got tape.
I'm
That's
patched up.
crazy.
I'm tapped. That shit hurt.
Let me
Hold on,
go
but look, no,
to
hold
my.
on, Will. Hold
Okay.
on. Now, I'm not done here.
Oh, you're not
Let
done.
me wrap
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Let me
This story's
wrap this
long.
segment up.
Yeah,
No,
wrap this thing on up.
the story's over. No, it's your
Okay.
turn. You just gotta wait until I give it back to you.
Okay.
You have some
Okay.
patience. Here's the question, Will.
Hit me.
Yes, I've gotten older now. I'm out here playing with the young cats, Thundercats. Still gave them buckets. Let's just be honest.
Oh, you gave him
But
buckets.
it's this question because I got to bring it back to golf. So Will, at what point is this acceptable to use? Like at what age do you have to be to use a cart golf bag? Because I feel like we got some decisions to make as I'm getting older. Like, am I eligible for? Is it expected of me to use a cart bag? Am I getting like when do you not get roasted for using a cart golf bag? That's why I want. That's how this all worked. Will, after all this basketball, it brought me to golf with the cart bag.
Yeah, I think I don't know if I ever. It's like using a 3-wood on a par three. I mean, what is at the trails in Band of Dunes is the only one I would use that. But yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if there's ever a point in my life. I mean, it's like having a mini van. I don't know if I
I
could.
just, you know what? We're gonna open this up to our Beyond the Fairway family and listeners. At what age are you not incriminated and judged for using a cart bag? Because look, maybe there's some people out there that's a little, if you're in your mid 40s and you have a cart bag, I'm judging you. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
I
Look,
think I'll go with iron covers over that.
I what if you had both?
Well, you should be not be able to play golf no more.
You got to play from the forward tee. Let me tell you something. You have a
It-
cart
it-
bag and head cover or iron covers. If you go behind that forward tee, we got a problem. We really do.
all right, Doug. Let me tell you what happened to me last week. Shank of the week. So Doug, every so often when I see something that really deserves a shake of the week, where some things in golf just not right, but it also need to be called out and exposed.
Oh,
And
shank of the week. We in it now.
yeah, I think, bro, I think shank of the week goes to I think the handicap system. Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
yeah, I know it's a little weird. I don't know if it's handicap. Maybe you can help me decipher the shank of the
Hey,
week,
the
or
USGA
maybe
does the handicaps.
maybe maybe I get the shank of the week, or the people I play with get shank of the week. I don't know,
Somebody's
but
getting all in 360.
so I just recently joined a golf club, and I don't really know all the members out there, and I'm still trying to get used to the members and meet and greet everybody, and met a member who's a founding member. He said,
Mm.
"Will, won't you come out and play with us?" And now, granted, Dougie, I've been on the road with Underrated Golf Tour, with my own affairs, with the business. So I really haven't had time to practice golf. I really haven't had time to really grind on it. And I went out there with the intention to just get to ease back into the game. The club championship is coming up, just to ease back into it, just to make
Mm-hmm.
sure my lines are where it needs to be. And so he offered me to play. They were playing a foursome. I would be the fifth man, and I was like, why not? Just go out there and shoot 90. Who cares? Well, we get on the first tee box, Doug, and they asked, how much money we putting up. I said, cool, whatever you guys want to play with. Now, all these guys got bread. They bread. Their big money was
But
$30.
they don't play. Yeah, they don't play big money. People with money only play.
Exactly.
We play $20,
100%.
It's like
100%. That's why I was like, cool. The most I can lose right now is $30. I'm 100% in. Cool.
Yeah, done. Game. Got cash on you?
Well, Dougie. So I get out there and we get to the first hole and they're asking, what's everybody handicap? Playing for $30. If the most I can lose, I'm cool with that. Will, what's your handicap? I said typically my handicap's about a 2. But 1, but I haven't been playing, so let me get a 2. They said, cool, you play as a 2. Well, I get out there and birdie the first 5 out of 6 holes, right?
What? And
then I finished with a 29 on the front. So now,
oh no.
So now, no, this is where it gets crazy. So now this is where it gets crazy. They end up calling. This is Dale Curry's group. Now Dale Curry's also a member of this course as well.
They all know put a shot clock up here and how many Curry references you make in the Beyond the Fairway episode.
Well, I'm saying that because they all called Dale in the middle of the round. It's like, who's this guy? Will Lowery? He's a fraud. Now it got bad. Like it got bad because Eagle holdout. It was bad. They said Will Lowery's a fraud.
How you?
He's saying that he's a 1 handicap, 2 handicap, and he's up here. He just went out in 29. So it was the worst great round I ever shot. I ended up shooting 64, but it was Dale called me and said, hey man, Dale called and said, hey man, you didn't really make no friends today, and you probably won't be invited back to the group. But here's the kicker.
No,
they still didn't pay me. They canceled the bet.
That's petty.
Right, is it?
That's petty.
That's petty.
I will. That's petty. But I will say, Will Lowery, you f***ed up.
How? I can't play my best?
No, not when you the new guy at a club. You can't come in there dick swinging and shoot 64. No, all you had to do was shoot 70. Should have just tripled the last hole.
But I am one of the few Africans that is in America that is playing at this club.
Yes, but you didn't. You thought about the short term. You got to think about the long term.
But Dougie, they already hit me on a low. Like, well, can this guy really play? Does he really need to go to the back range? Is he qualified to go to the back range of practice? So I felt like, all right, I was going to shoot a 1 over, but man, when that thing started kicking, 1 birdie, 2 birdie, 3 birdies, par, eagle. Birdie, man, it got to a point they were like, Will, we're going to cancel the bet, but we're rooting for you, and you can't come back to the group. So,
bro.
I don't know who gets Shank of the Week. I don't know if it's me, if it's USGA,
I'm giving it to you. If it's debatable, I'm giving you the Shank of the Week because you went in there and flexed. It's like literally you went in there to a new facility and you said, "Here's my dick," slap on the table. That's what you did. That's what you did with how you decided to play golf. You said,
but I didn't expect to shoot no 29. I ain't never shot 29 in my life.
Yeah, well, when you got to about 3 or 4, you should have said, "I'm gonna just hit this little iron off the tee instead of banging driver and flip wedges." Oh, you got some learning to do, son. We're gonna put that back for the group because that's not your first time. I learned that lesson when I was like 18. Came into a group similar situation, busted ass, and them niggas never hit me back for the rest of my life. So I've learned that the hard way.
For the record, I like the fact that you kind of emphasize as I'm kind of long player on the tee because I was hitting driver and still busting 7 irons 2 feet. So I appreciate that.
You're one of the best mid-range iron players because it's just how you can wield it. Anyway, I think it was you that f***ed up.
Oh, keep going with that compliment. I like.
No, I'm done. No, I'm done.
No, you crushed me 2 dreads. You owe me a damn compliment. You owe me.
Will Lowery, you are so much better of a golfer than your appearance lends you to be.
You are a complete light-skinned dickhead.
I'm just saying, like, if I just saw you down the street and then if I saw you with your bag on your arm, walk to the driving range, put the bag down, grab a club, and start waggling cross-handed, I'd be like, who is this freaking fool? Who is this absolute hat backwards, no respect? And then, but when you hit it, dog, you got that sound, bro. Your ball got a different posture to it when you hit it. I'll say that.
I appreciate that. I think
You know when you hit it.
I appreciate.
That's
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So
And all of this, ladies and gentlemen, all of this was a compliment.
yeah,
Yes, it was.
yeah. That compliment was brought to you by Celsius. Make sure you go get your Will Lowry compliments today. I never thought we'd run a joke from 4 episodes ago. And keep it just keep it rolling, man. Hey, I think you f***ed up, man. But look, I'm at a point though, Will, in my golf life where I got to make some decisions.
Okay.
Because it's I want to shoot 29 again. I get to the golf course and I look at where I'm trying to hit the ball now, and that bitch might as well go that way. I'll be like,
yeah, that's a good feeling. I never felt that. I do wish I had that feeling 5 years ago.
Let me get out of here with this though, Will. Let me get you out of here with this. I made an honest comment on a Golf Digest post. Have you seen the dude that screams? Have you seen the dude that screams like the golf tips? It's like an Irish Jesus looking dude that just be screaming. Speed Golf Rob. Okay. Matter of fact, look, I wasn't even hating. I was just asking a question, Will. I said, and for y'all out there that know who Speed Golf Rob is, I just said, why is he screaming? Why is he yelling? Like, he's just in the woods with a stick screaming about a golf lesson. Conceptually, I didn't understand it. I've only been in this game for a long time. Longer than probably.
And Doug, that's a valid question. Doug, that's a valid question. After seeing this clip, that was the first question that came to mind. Why is he yelling?
Okay. Speed Rob, everybody. So Speed Golf Rob. Let me first say this. The information sound solid. Nothing wrong with it. Great information. Delivery's a little aggressive. So I commented on this collab post between Golf Digest and Speed Golf. I said, why is he screaming? Look, I even gave it an ellipse to like show that I was thinking about it. Like, why is he screaming? That's really I never seen a post from the buddy before. I was just trying to understand. Now, if you scroll through this, look, 33.
You got crushed.
30. Look, I'm stupid. Go ahead and scroll that, Jonathan. So hold on, let me just get there too. So I was stupid. I was new here. Somebody said you must be new here. I was called a marooch, which I think is
damn
for nigga.
I know a marooch. Is that a moolie or marooch?
That's what it felt like. That's what I say. I'm gonna call it. And then, but
damn.
But the crazy part was everybody had his back, and it's like y'all ain't never met Buddy. And then I was just like, this one dude was talking shit. He was talking shit so much, Will, that I had to DM him. I was like, hey dog, you real brave behind them thumbs.
Yeah.
If you come to Phoenix, I'll sponsor the golf because I don't like the way you're talking. It's funny how people will pipe down in the DMs. They'll say some crass stuff, but the fact that, but I do appreciate Will _DESP. Will said, hey, Douglas Fresh, I had to reply to this back and forth because all these aggressive responses are so unnecessary. The guy's scream is hilarious, and so is the question, why is he screaming? My opinion is he's mad at most of these people for horrible golf swings. Everyone stop being miserable and enjoy the question and the content. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, but that's all I was asking. Is why was he screaming? Yeah. You know, Speed Rob, you come in here, we can talk about it. Like, but I wasn't throwing shade. Like, here's the thing. For the first time, I wasn't throwing shade. Then somebody said, well, this is one that pissed me off. Somebody said, quote, you just jumping on here to try to pick up followers by putting down another creator.
Damn, Doug, not putting down another creator.
Said you trying to leverage his following to try to pick up followings for my. I'm not that damn smart. I'm not.
Doug, here's what sparks a question.
It was wild for me. But like,
here's what sparks a question, and we're going down a rabbit hole in this.
And now I'm a
marooch.
I'm a marooch.
AKA Moolie, AKA ER, start with an N.
It's a hard R. That's how I look at it.
It's a hard R. So, but here's a question too, and we're going down this rabbit hole, and I don't care how far we go. So, listeners, if you don't want to listen no more, turn off. But I do want to know this, Dougie. You saw how everybody took that guy's back, right?
Yeah, they quickly.
How many? I think I have like 25,000 followers. I don't have many. I would probably say if somebody talked about me, 2 will come to my defense.
Yeah,
So
man,
it leaves me, if somebody talks about you, Doug, how many do you think of your followers would be like, leave Doug alone and
come to my rescue.
come to your rescue?
I don't know that answer. Maybe I'd probably say 2. At least my wife would do. She'd come in there with her burner account and start talking shit. But it just goes to show you, like, this is what's with me on this whole point, right? There are individuals out here, Will. Real talk. There are people that believe that because you have following, you are good and valid. Now, Speed Rob, whatever, however his name is. I'm not throwing shade at him. He could be a fantastic. I don't know him. I never met him, never seen him. I thought the information that he gave screaming was sound. I thought the screaming was whatever. It's his thing. I get it. Everybody's acting. These actors out here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you better check my motherfucking resume before you say some dumb shit about this dude Speed Rob gonna bust my ass. You better check who the fuck I am and what I've done in this game. Because, hey, he might beat me, and that's fine. But he ain't gonna bust my ass. Matter of fact, he ain't gonna fucking beat me. Let's just put it like that. Like, you got me cussing in here. Now I'm mad. Like, just don't do that. Like, don't do that. Don't look. You can talk about me. You can call me a nigga. You can call me a bitch. You can call me. Don't talk about my game. That's where I get angry. Like, my game's solid. My game is sound. You can disrespect me.
Well,
I'm cool.
There's 2 things on that. There's 2 things about that, Doug.
Got me in here.
Yeah, you can talk about my game before you call me a nigga, because I don't want you to call me a nigga.
See, I'm the opposite.
That's one thing.
I'm the opposite.
And the second thing, and the second thing, the way he swung that branch, I don't think he can beat you either.
It's not about him. Like, no, it's not about him.
I'm just saying. I thought he was a little over top while swinging the log.
Hey,
I really did.
When we done lost 2 of his followers to this conversation. Trying to fight for likes and views out here.
Fighting for likes and views is a hell of a drug.
It is. It's the worst drug in the world. But yeah, having followers makes you valid and important now. This is new. This is new to me. Like, hey, Will, you got followers, dog? Nigga, you might as well play in the U.S. Open, bro. You just as good as Justin Thomas, dog. Like, you got way more followers than him. Hey, yo, look, I apologize if that 2 dread sticks.
It's stuck. It's stuck, sucker.
All right. Well, for 2 Dreads Lowery, I'm Doug Smith, signing off Beyond the Fairway. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Listen, like, subscribe. If you listen to this, go over to the Crosshair YouTube page. Go ahead and watch this. And if vice versa, if you're watching it, go ahead down to Spotify or Apple, wherever you get your podcasts, and rock with us there as well. Take us with you. We'll be there. Will's out in Carmel. You at Pebble Beach. We're about to see some content from this Lexus Malbon event. Looking forward to that, Will. And I got to go. Love y'all. Peace, hair grease, and love.
Peace.